Hi guys, it's Erin at Book Linus. Hope everyone is doing well. Just wanted to chime in on the editor's pick decks that's been going around. Of course, I'm a little slow to catch up on this, sorry, but I wanted to chime in on the items I would recommend. I've been seeing, the Hermit's Cave and Mad Witch and everybody else join in, so here is my take. First topic is inner child work for safe, nurturing, playful, connecting with your innocence and creativity. These choices, I'm sure everybody found was really hard to pick, to narrow down, but I do have them for you. My first one is the Crystal Unicorn. And this one I have found since the day I got it is absolutely playful. It's safe, it's creative, it just speaks to your inner child. Time to come out and play. Look at all the colors, and yet it makes the point across. This is obviously a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but you can clearly see what's happening in each picture. So, the colors are there, the soft touches, the playfulness. This would be my first recommend. Even some of the, scarier or, sadder cards have been put in with a playful artistic touch, such as the Three of Swords. It's, a rainbow heart. The moon has a little, unicorn in it. And even the Ten of Wands is more, kind of shuffling along with the bundle. So even the Death card is, not scary, no bodies or anything like that. So this would be my top pick for your inner child. It was a tie. The other one that I would have picked as far as tarot is the Luna Lapin. And I'm a Watership Down fan, so I love anything with rabbits. But this one, as you can see, is also very playful, very childlike, friendly, easy to read, another Rider-Waite-Smith clone. But I love this one. It's extremely playful, extremely sweet. Cute little magician. And the colors are very soft. One other runner-up, trying to do this quickly because I know there's a lot, is the Wild Way Oracle. And this one, again, is so very sweet. Trust yourself, transformation, strength under fire, perseverance. Again, very soft, gentle, yet creative and playful. Speaks to the inner child. Talks about things that, might be a little scary in a playful way. So definitely these are my recommendations for the inner child. So let's move on to the next topic. Okay, got that cleared off. Part 2, shadow work. Helping you face shadows and being unafraid to confront the difficult, and self-inquiry. I wanted it to be a little different here, so I've picked a couple here that I actually like to use that might not be as popular. So the first one is Elle Qui Oracle. Now, some people might have at first, when they saw this a while ago come out, be put off by the imagery of the perfect women. However, for me, what I love about this deck are the eyes and the expressions of the women, and the guidebook that goes with this. So, for example, she who knows wisdom, clarity, resolution, she who rises up, empower, uplift. You see the expressions here. She who resists, fearless, justified, resistant. This one actually might be my patron saint lately, resisting. She who avenges, revenge, outcome, justice. She who flies, dare, do, reach. And again, look at the expression. I love it. She who regrets, battle, victory, bitterness. This one again is beautiful. Look at the expression. She who frees, liberation, unrestrained, freedom. So, yeah, I don't want to go through all of these. I just wanted to show you a few of them and why I like them. And again, the guidebook is very, very good with this. So that was one. The next tie runner-up one was, again, a different one, the Heal Yourself Oracle. And again, a lot of people might have been put off by, when it first came out, oh yeah, and the imagery is okay. And again, it's not a tarot, which surprised me that I would pick this, but this one, again, has to do with the content of what is on the cards and the guidebook as well. So we have Phoenix Rising, letting go. These are all kind of shadow topics, aren't they? Selling out. This one's not afraid to confront you with this. Self-sabotage. Home. Entrapment. And again, look at the expressions. Inner child. Hole in the soul. Procrastination. Sexuality. Sadness. These are all things we need to face. Pride. Rejection. Take off your masks. So that was my second one. And there's one more I want to show you really quick. I did a quick video on this a while ago when I first opened it. The Dracones Loqui. Please forgive me, artist, if I mispronounced it. I'm horrible at pronouncing things. I have been using this deck. I absolutely love it. I've been meaning to do a follow-up on it. And again, people when they first saw it were like, no, this doesn't do anything for me. It's just a symbol. In my video, I kind of went over why I really enjoy it and that it's a lot more in depth than what it first appears. But what I wanted to show you, because there's 3 different dragon opinions here. One of them is spiritual, one of them is grounded in the earth, and one of them is shadow work. And I've marked a page here, just kind of give you an example of this one, what it looks like. Umbra growls, and this is for self. You. I hate to burst your little self-love bubble, but you become so self-absorbed that you appear to have forgotten that you are not the center of the universe. You're so caught up in your journey of self-discovery on the road to self-awareness, you appear to become unaware of what's going on in everyone else's lives. It's time to put your navel-gazing aside for a moment or two and start considering the feelings, needs, and desires of others. The people around you deserve it. So, yeah, this is pretty, he gets in your face, blunt, honest. I won't go into any of the details to keep this video short, but that is definitely a great shadow work book. So let me clear it off and we will go to the next topic. Okay, for our next one is the deity or spiritual guidance. I really don't have any of those except for this one, Femme Folk Oracle. I will pull this and put it near my altar. So I just wanted to share these. We have Gaia, Artemis, Hecate, Not. And you learn a lot through these because there are many that I've never even heard of. But they have a keyword. You can see that. They have a keyword with each one. They tell a little bit of their history with a little tale with it to kind of help you with that keyword. So these are what I would use. Lovely. And I do wish there were a God one to go with it. A lot of them. But just wanted to share this with you to show you the diversity, how many there are. It's all over the world. I've just grabbed these samples to show you. So, Femme Folk Oracle. Okay, onward. The next one is for ancestor work. So the Runic Tarot is Norse, and it is just a stunning deck. The visuals are amazing. They also include runes on there, teach you the runes, give you descriptions in the guidebook. It's just so pretty. There's a lot going on. It's an amazing deck. You can see the, the heritage throughout it, talking about the Norse history. They were, a tough people. And there's Freya in her chariot. Rider-Waite-Smith, of course. But just a beautiful, beautiful deck to connect with the ancestors from Northern Europe. When you're adopted, you don't have a family tree to go by, but you can at least go by that. Nice. So that is the Runic Tarot. Okay, number 5. Exacts traditional divination, clear, direct, accurate. My top pick for predictive insight or practical answers. Absolutely, without a doubt, this would be my pick for this. Tarot of Pagan Cats. This one never lets me down. I have used this in many situations, and it's always been dead accurate, concise, spot on. This has been my reliable workhorse for quite a while. I'll always turn to this one when I need a definite answer. I just love it. Look at the dog. Awesome. Even if you don't like cats in particular, the messages are clearly Rider-Waite-Smith, easy to decipher, tells you along the bottom what each one is, but in the picture you can clearly see what it's telling you. This is, I didn't even have to look at my collection or think twice. This is the one I always go to for that realm. So, Tarot of Pagan Cats. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so we are on number 6. As above, connects to cosmic or spiritual realms, soul work, life path, messages from the higher self. This one for me was also an easy pick. I've been using this one lately. I love this. Alchemy of the Spirit. So this one, I just love this artist, and I love what she has done with this deck. She has, there are situations, and there are objects, there are characters, but in the situations, you can see every card has a lot of symbolism in it to, to trigger, your consciousness into reading the card. So you can see here, this is a situation, the mountain, and in each card, you are the little white cat. That's your soul kind of traveling through each situation. And the guidebook is phenomenal in talking about all of the symbols on here and what each one means. So here's the stairs. You can see we've got interesting symbols in here. I never tired of using this, and I regretted putting it away to move on to my, next course of what I was going to use. So this has actually jumped up to one of my favorites. And it really came to mind when I read the description of, the higher self. Here's the crossroad, the forest, the cliff. And then some of the characters that are, you know, throughout here. Here we have the owl. There's a lot of symbols here. The sun, the wolf, the lion. And you can see the little white cat is, you know, going throughout this whole journey. So that I wanted to share with you. Awesome, awesome deck. This is my as above recommendation. All right, so we are on number 7, So Below. Grounded, real world readings, everyday emotions, human experience, earthly wisdom, and clarity. So for this one, like everybody else, I at first thought of, you know, the Druid craft or even the Witch's Tarot, the Tarot of Oneness. I wanted to do something different. So I have the Tarot of Owls, and I love this deck. Yes, it's owls, but they experience everyday things in them, and it is grounded and earthy to me. So this is a good one for that. It doesn't always have to be humans. It doesn't always have to be, you know, the pagan or Celtic or witchy. This is grounded, this is earth, and this is real world things that happen only to owls. It's a great deck. The guidebook is wonderful. You can see it's Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but they're doing things that, you know, ordinary humans experience. It's a wonderful deck. You can see all the forest, the grass. It's not always in the sky. They are on the earth or in the forest, in the meadows. Nice. So this is the Tarot of Owls. And that was my So Below deck. We'll move on to number 8. Okay, number 8 is the Hug deck. Emotional support, gentle, comforting, compassionate. I didn't even have to think twice. My Hug deck is the Song of the Grandmothers. This is a wonderful deck. Get out of my pouch here. This one is literally like having 100 grandmothers in your pocket, and depending on what you need is what it will give to you. It's a hug, it's gentle, it's kind, it's supportive in every way. It is comforting, and it is there for you. So this is a wonderful, wonderful deck. The guidebook is just as wonderful. We've got a little keyword under what they are, and then just a little abbreviation. And in the book, it goes further to explain it to you, as well as a quote from that grandmother. And each one has a different personality. So that is definitely my hug deck, Song of the Grandmothers. Number 9, the Feel Good deck. Uplifts, encourages, energizes, and brings joy. For me, that is, surprise, another cat deck. It is the Mystical Cats. This one brings me a lot of joy. It is so uplifting. It's joyful, it's fun, it's playful. At the same time, it is very accurate. This one differs from the pagan cats because the guidebook talks more about each suit being a clan. And it kind of is a theme that runs along, you know, the type of clan determines the personality of the cats. And these are just wonderful. They are spot on, but they bring joy anytime I pull them out. They are uplifting, they're encouraging, they're happy. There are some, you know, sad cards, scary cards. That's part of tarot. But this one is always more on the positive side. So I had to share this just to be different. Again, this was the Mystical Cats. All right, we are plowing through. Next is number 10. Okay, that was fun. Had to stop for a lovely tornado warning. Grab the 3 cats and all of us run and huddle in an internal bathroom. So I am back. I am on number 10, most versatile. Handles any type, love, career, shadow, daily pulls, reliable, friendly, all-rounder. I chose, again, something a little different, the Revival Art Tarot. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. I think this is version 2. There was an original. They changed a couple of the cards. But I just love this deck. It's obviously not original art. But I think that the examples they have chosen for each card is absolutely wonderful, especially the court cards. So the guidebook is tiny, small, but it's Rider-Waite Smith, so you can easily see what's going on. 8 of Cups there, 5 of Coins. So this is good for career, love, daily pulls, just because it's so easy to read and it's versatile. It's timeless. We have 6 of Wands, 10 of Cups. They really thought about it when they selected the artwork for each card, and I really enjoy it. 10 of Swords, 5 of Wands. We've seen this on a couple other decks as well. In this case, it is the 3 of Wands, the Hermit. I just grabbed a few just to show you what they were like, and hope you enjoy it. Again, this is the Revival Art, and it is my pick for the most versatile. We will move on, barring the weather, and get to number 11. Number 11, most inspiring, inspires creativity, intuitive flows, and transformation. This, for me, was, again, trying to be different, the Mirror Oracle. I really love this. I think I found this on Etsy. Might have been someone else mentioned it, and I just hunted it down because I thought the imagery was beautiful. Nice guidebook, too, that goes with it. It is, to me, inspiring creativity, because each image here tells a story, and it varies. There's so many different takes here on what the artist painted, and the description, once you read it, is, oh, that's wonderful. I really didn't think that, which to me inspires me to want to learn more, be more intuitive. I'm not one to see a deck and intuitively know, something. I have to study it. I have to know the symbology, and even sometimes read the guidebook to understand. But this one, I just love the artwork. It's beautiful. I love to write, so this is also a good one to, pull a card and get creative and dive in to start writing. But you can see there's many different variations on imagery here. It's not fluffy. It's not, too harsh. There's something for everyone here. So again, this is the Mirror Oracle by Shirley Alford. And there's 54 cards here. So hopefully it's still out there and you can find it. I've tried to do mass market decks, but I do think this is an Etsy one. So that is my inspiring for creativity and intuition. Okay, next we have best deck for beginners. This was a tough one to choose because I have several I wanted to grab for, but I wanted to be different again and actually recommend a new one to my collection. I've been working with this one quite a bit the last week or so, and I found it fascinating. This is wonderful for a beginner. This one is packed with different symbols. As you can see, they are clearly laid out. We've got elemental cues. We've got telling you what the card is, elemental here. This is really fun, and the guidebook is even more descriptive than I thought. And when I first saw this, I thought, well, it's not, you know, lush and crisp and beautiful, and it's more cartoony, which isn't usually my flavor. However, I love the symbols in this, and this would really help a beginner understand the Rider-Waite-Smith, obviously. I mean, this is so the Three of Swords. Look at that. Doesn't get any plainer than that. And obviously I have an order for you to see, but the symbols in here are fantastic. There's symbols everywhere you look here, even on the hem of her dress. See on his sleeve, the arrow here in the shield, because 9s are, you know, power. It's just wonderful. I cannot recommend this enough for someone who is just learning. A good example here, look at the Page of Swords, has the detective's hat on. She's got a magnifying glass, right? Page of Cups with her imagination coming out. So yeah, this is the El Cento Tarot, and it is my beginner recommendation. Okay, Lucky 13. The best for professionals. Experience, in-depth, strong symbolism. I am not a professional, but I would guess that this pick would be perfect for them. As I've said before, I need to see pictures. I need to see the story. But I got this for the purpose of strengthening my intuition, my recognition of symbols. It is the Elemental North. This is amazing. And again, I would expect this to be easily used by a professional. They would be able to spot things right away. Let me show you really quick before I flip to the cards, an example in the guidebook. So here's the moon. As you can see, it talks about the card, but also tells you the runes, the astrological connection, numerology, and the elements. So this is just amazing. If you look at it, you know, right away without understanding all of that, at first it would look like, oh, that's kind of, you know, plain, or it's confusing or whatever. But using it as a learning tool for myself, I greatly appreciate everything the author put into this. So they've got, you know, little images there, but you can see there's in the astrological, there are runes, and there's elements in there. So they've cleverly hidden the numbers of the cards. This is just amazing to me. And it is, in my opinion, at first glance, advanced, you know, if you don't really know what you're doing. But I would think a professional, an expert, would be able to use this and perform their readings with ease, because it literally tells them everything, you know, there is to know about that card without painting the portrait of it. So that was the Elemental North Tarot, and that is my recommend for professionals. All right, we made it to 14. Witchy vibes. Witchy, moody, magical symbolism, spell work, casting, and altar work. I had a tie here, so sorry, I've got to show you two, because there were two different pathways on the witchy vibe. So first I picked the Witch Oracle, clearly because it has witchy vibes. This is a fantastic self-work oracle. You could, I guess, do some shadow work, but you could also use it for altar work, for spell work. It's just truly a witchy looking deck, kind of glossy there. Sorry about that. But as you can see, it has different moody, witchy images there that you could use. It's beautiful. The deck is very colorful, shadowy, moody, and the guidebook is really in depth. There's poetry throughout that the author has peppered through the book. Talks about, you know, different ways to tell your own story, enhance yourself, you know, become your own witch, a woman in control of herself, I think it's said. But it's a fascinating deck, very witchy, and I wanted it to be something different for all of us to see. So that is the Witch Oracle for my witchy vibe. Now, I have one other deck on the witchy vibe path, and that is for spell work or altar work. So let me put this aside. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It's beautifully gilded too. Okay, the other one was the Talisman Oracle. And this one, in my opinion, is not really an oracle that you would pull as, say, this one, you know, for divination or anything. This is literally for spell work, in my opinion. I do have, I think is it called the Fae, that is also meant for spell work, but this one in particular has talismans on it. And I'm sure you've seen this reviewed before, but there are wonderful talismans there that you can use. There's a bunch of them. They give you tracing paper so that you, in the guidebook, you can trace it and use it for your own. But obviously using the card is, you know, just as good. But there's something for every topic here. I might go get the Fae one also, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to run and grab it for you. Okay, I'm back. Don't you love editing? You don't have to wait for me to find it. It is the Fairy Enchantments. This one also, it's a beautiful box, is for spell work. Nice guidebook. And these cards are literally kind of like the talisman, literally for spell work. So you'll have up in the top, you'll have what you're wanting to use it for. You've got symbology, and you've got what these are related to. And of course the book says it much more better than I can. But these are the images on the other side. So you would pick an image. Aren't they fantastically fey? They're just lovely. They remind me of the Tarot of Vampires, that artwork, especially this one. Very witchy, very moody, but it was not meant to be a specific oracle. It was literally meant to be for spell work. Let me open the book so you can see it a little better. So here, it's talking about the fairy court, talks about the different gods and goddesses, what they're used for. So, you know, let's say that you wanted to establish, we won't say manipulate, but you wanted to establish joyful harmony, right? You use those three keywords. So those are the runes, those are the elements, you know, that would be used in the spell, you got pale blue, turquoise, October, November, black. So you can see how you would connect them all together by using the words at the top and then the ingredients below. So I thought this was a fun one to share too, because it is witchy, even though it's fae. It is still used for spell work. So thank you for listening to this ramble on these witchy ones. I've only got one more left. All right, number 15, astrology. Astrology is something that I love learning about. I'll usually put some cards up when my phone app shows me the placement of the planets and the astrological signs as they move through the parade. But I am learning it, so I find it fascinating. Everyone has recommended the heavenly bodies, so we're not going to get into that, but it is fantastic. I'm going to recommend a couple of other little ones here. The first one, the living wheel. This one came out a while ago. The Truth and Story is who led me to it. And it is, the guidebook's very, very tiny, as you can see. But it's great if you want to say, know the moon phase. I'll put the moon phase up, depending on my app. If there's an eclipse, I'll put it up. It has some beautiful planets here. And it has all the astrological signs, and it has the houses. So going back farther, it has the seasons, which I'm putting up as they parade by. But as far as using it other than my my daily, planet placement, that's what I use this one for. I use the heavenly bodies for doing like a birth chart and such, because it is so in depth and it's so explanatory. As I think Lisa Papez showed how to use it, and oh wow, it's amazing. One other one, there's a soul care. These are more oracle cards, but again, you can put the moon placement, and it'll tell you, depending on if there's a new moon, say, I'm dreaming a new beginning. And if that moon is, say, in Pisces, then you would put them together. I'm dreaming of a new beginning, and I'm guided by my intuition. The artwork on these is just beautiful. It really is. And it's a easier, friendlier way of looking at all of the planets. There's more, like she has Mercury, Pluto, all the planets are in there. I just don't want to take up so much of your time, but this one is just a lovely art piece. And then one more I have to show you. This one's new, and I'm actually diving into it now. Is called the Microcosmic Oracle. And this one, it is stuffed with symbolism. The guidebook is wonderful, how she explains things for you to learn. And again, it has all the different planets in there. Right now I've got just the sun and moon out. But it'll show you if the sun is in Aquarius, it gives you idealism, kind of gives you, elemental symbols as well. And this one I'm just learning to use. So this one will help me understand further, rather than, this one where I put the two cards next to each other. This one has already done that for me for, I think it's the first 4 planets. I think it stops at Venus. But it is a great one to learn from if you also want to learn astrology. Then finally, there's one more, and that one is the Star Codes Astro Oracle, which I'm sure, you've seen a lot of people reviewing this one. Again, this is also new to me. I've used these other two here. I've used the Living Wheel and the Heavenly Bodies. I'm using now the Microcosmic, and I have yet to dive into the Star Codes Astro. It also has a lot of symbology in there. It also looks like, you know, you can kind of put these out on a chart, you know, with the houses and the what planet, what astrological symbol goes there, you know, what dignified means debilitated. And I'm sure those of you who know astrology is laughing your head off right now, but that's why I'm learning. So to learn, I recommend this one actually, because, you know, it explains things. For, you know, more detail, I recommend the microcosmic. If you just want something like I use the images, you know, along my shelf to see where the planets are and what sign they're in for each day, use this one. And if you want to dig in to your birth chart, definitely get the Heavenly Bodies, because she has beautifully made this a perfect package to dive in and understand it. So that is my astrology recommendation. And with that, I am done. Thank you so much if you're still here. I hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to other people continuing this hashtag and keeping it going. So take care, and I will talk to you later.